Good afternoon. Students, teachers, family, distinguished guests, and friends, we welcome you to the Summer 2015 graduation ceremony of the Language and Culture Center. The LCC is housed in the Department of English in the College of Liberal Arts and Social Sciences. I am pleased to introduce the chair of the Department of English, Dr. Wyman Herendeen, who is with us today and who will welcome you on behalf of the department and the college.
Thank you, Joy. And welcome to the Language and Culture Center's Summer 2015 graduation ceremony. As English Department Chair, it is my very great pleasure to welcome you to the Language and Culture Center's Summer 2015 graduation ceremony. And this is a truly festive event and an opportunity to recognize the accomplishments of the students of the Language and Culture Center and the graduation of those completing Level 6. This is a particularly festive occasion today, for it marks the 40th anniversary of the Language and Culture Center. You read my mind. I wanted you all to say happy birthday to the Language and Culture Center. Those of you who are graduating today are joining a very large number of alumni who have gone before you. You are part of a global network, literally of thousands of graduates from this program, and I hope you meet many of them in your travels. I'm pleased to welcome and congratulate the graduating and continuing students, your family and friends, and fine members of the Language and Culture Center staff and faculty. On this anniversary event, me personally, and as department chair, it's a special pleasure to welcome our distinguished guest speaker, Dr. Ernie Ortiz, Vice Provost of Global Strategy and Studies here at the University of Houston. For 40 years, the English Department and the Language and Culture Center have worked together to foster global understanding and international studies through our program. As Vice Provost of Global Strategies, Dr. Ortiz has helped to bring the University of Houston's international presence to new levels, and we are very proud to work with him in this venture. I was hoping to be able to welcome back to the Language and Culture for today's ceremony Dr. Joe Davidson, who had been the director of the program for 23 years and helped to bring it to its Tier 1 status. Unfortunately, he was not able at the last minute to attend, but on this event, I really want to thank him and acknowledge his work to make this program what it is. He established the program, helped establish the program while he was a linguist within the Department of English, and that partnership and the celebration of our interests has gone on for the remaining years. The Language and Culture Center is a vital part of the English Department's global outreach and curriculum. We take great pride in the work of the Language and Culture Center, and it is my genuine pleasure to welcome you all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Herendeen. We always have with us many important guests who represent various offices and programs of the university. And while time will not allow us to recognize each of you individually, the students, the teachers, and I thank you for being here with us today. We are here to celebrate the achievement of students who have left the comfort and familiarity of home and family and traveled from many countries on our planet to gather here, deep in the heart of Texas, to study and learn together. We say to you, all of our students in all of our levels today, we have loved having you here. What you have done this summer is important, and it is extraordinary. We thank you for choosing the University of Houston and the Language and Culture Center. We thank you for studying with us, and we never forget that it is a privilege to teach you and to know you. Our student speaker this afternoon represents the senior class in the Language and Culture Center, the brilliant and beautiful graduating students of Level 6. Hamza Ahmed Shaheen is from Medina in Saudi Arabia. He, of course, speaks both Arabic and English. He holds an associate degree in electrical engineering from the College of Technology in Medina and plans to study electrical engineering at the University of Houston after completing his study of English in the LCC. Hamza began his journey in our program in Level 1. And he studied, and he practiced, and he did his homework, level by level, to reach his goals and to reach this moment. He is an excellent example of the kind of student we are privileged to have in our program. I am pleased to present our graduation speaker this afternoon, Hamza Shaheen.
Good afternoon, Director Tesh, Assistant Director Wilson, who I have the honor to give her final graduation speech, administrators, guests, teachers, staff, students of the LCC, and my fellow graduates of Level 6. Congratulations! Today is your day. You graduated. You made it. You worked really hard to reach where you are today. Finally, the research paper is done. No more homework, no more presentations, debates, or time writing. I'm incredibly honored to be here to represent my peers and share with you my unforgettable experience as an LCC student. 2 years ago, after graduating from college in Saudi Arabia, I decided to study abroad in order to continue my education. I started asking around and looking at the internet to find out the best place to obtain a high-quality education. It did not take long for me to discover that the US is one of the best countries for a prestigious education system and high-ranked universities. Thus, I decided to come to this country. At that time, I was so fortunate that I had a cousin studying at the LCC, and that is the reason why I'm here. In the fall of 2013, I embarked on my journey to this fascinating institution. To be honest, at that time, I anticipated that the LCC would be as any other language school, in which students just learn English. However, I can attest to the fact that that idea was completely wrong. And the LCC is a place where the possibilities are endless, a place in which students can learn far more than English. Having had the opportunity to be an LCC student, I have learned lessons far more valuable than English. The most important of which is how to accept differences, which has allowed me to discover new cultures, traditions, and values, and has given me the priceless chance to make friends from all over the world. Friends whose companionship, I hope, will last forever, and who were a huge source of support and joy through these years. As an LCC student, I have met teachers whom I consider to be wonderful examples of those who do not just aspire to make a living, but aspire to make a difference. I have had teachers who unselfishly and generously have been willing to share their time, knowledge, and talent with their students. By the way, I have had 12 teachers at the LCC. Each of whom has a unique way of teaching, but all of them would always share one sentence, which is, don't you dare sit next to a person who speaks your language. At the LCC, I have received a high-quality English education that I would not have got have I gone to another language school. After taking the initial placement test, I was placed level 1 due to my weak language ability. I remember when I first arrived here, I would use sign language wherever I went because I could neither ask nor respond in English. However, I'm standing here today representing my fellow graduates of level 6. So, thanks to this unique program, I'm ready to enter college and speak fluent English. And of course, and most importantly, I started using sign language. As all of us in this room know, learning another language is extremely challenging. So, I would like to give some advice to the students who are not graduating today. This language will not come to your home and knock in your door and say, "Hi buddy, I have heard you wanted me." God, no, it's difficult. But with hard work, you can achieve it. So don't give up. And keep in mind, you are more than lucky to be in the LCC without exaggeration, where you have a huge variety of sources to help you learn the language in many ways, including the conversation club, where you can practice English with native speakers, and the Kulla, where you have plenty of helpful programs to learn English. Guys, if I did it, you can do it too. But it requires hard work. As my time in front of you comes to a close, I would like to thank many of the people who have helped me to reach this day. First and foremost, I'd like to thank God, who has always stuck with me, even though I did not always stick with him. I thank God for His grace, mercy, understanding, and for everything He has given me. I would like to thank my mom, who is the best motivational person in the world. She would always call me and say, "Hamza, with your ugly face, you had better get a good grade to make up for it." I wish my mother could be here to see me today. She would not understand what I'm saying, but she would be really proud. Thanks to Ms. Dola, who was my writing teacher in level 2, for emphasizing the importance of topic sentence, especially when she used to give me that scary look. Which meant I was in danger, and there was something I had to fix immediately. And tremendous thanks to Miss Alida for proving to me how a smile has the magical ability to make one's day. Your lovely face and smile were stress relief for me whenever I was about to write a 2-page essay in less than 30 minutes. A huge thanks to Miss Holly and Miss Diego for convincing me that learning and having fun simultaneously is not impossible. Learning and having fun simultaneously at the same time is not impossible. As one of your students, I have deeply mastered the language. Also, I would like to express my gratitude for the rest of my teacher for being an inexhaustible source of love, guidance, and encouragement. Without you, I would not be standing where I am today. Finally, my fellow graduates, as you live this chapter of your life and look towards the future, think about what you want to be in life and what you must do to get there and how you can help others along the way. Thank you.
Your classmates, especially your teachers, and I appreciate your presence in this program, your well-spoken English, and your heartfelt remarks this afternoon. We will miss you. Wow. We're signing them up for America's Got Talent. Thank you so much. Thank you, Caitlin. Thank you, Susan. Thank you, Katie. Thank you, every one of you who worked and practiced and gave us this wonderful gift of beautiful music for our ceremony. Our guest speaker this afternoon is Dr. Jaime Ortiz. Dr. Ortiz is the Vice Provost of Global Strategies and Studies at the University of Houston. He obtained his Bachelor's of Science and a diploma from the Universidad de Chile in Chile, his MA from the Institute of Social Studies in the Netherlands, and his PhD from Virginia Tech in the United States. Before joining the Provost's cabinet at the University of Houston, Dr. Ortiz held tenured faculty and senior administrative appointments in universities in Florida, New Jersey, and Texas. In those instances, he provided a strategic vision for their overall campus globalization efforts, implemented an array of international programs, partnerships, and research collaborations, and expanded the global education opportunities for faculty and students. Dr. Ortiz has previously worked for international organizations, private corporations, and non-government entities in economic and business matters in more than 30 countries. He has advised, among others, the United Nations Development Program, the Inter-American Development Bank, the technical cooperation of the Swiss government, and the World Bank. Our Vice Provost has been a Fulbright Scholar in South Africa and in India, and a Leadership Fellow with the W.K. Kellogg Foundation. His teaching interests include international economics and global business for undergraduate, graduate, and executive programs. His research focuses on topics related to economic growth and development, global investment decisions, and identification of sources and origins of technical change. Dr. Ortiz has made presentations and chaired national and international conferences on topics related to globalization of institutions of higher education. We are fortunate to have him with us today. I am pleased to introduce Dr. Jaime Ortiz.
Good afternoon, everyone, students, faculty, staff, distinguished guests. I am pleased to be here with you. I've been attending this type of ceremonies since I came 2 years ago, and I think I may have missed just one. It's always delighted to be here, and pretty much going back to my what might have been 30, 35 years in my life when I was in your very same shoes. I was in Chile, and the education in Chile is such that used to be such that when you go from your very first grade in elementary school until your high senior school year, and you take 2 hours per week of a language. In those years it used to be English. Then in your last 4 years, when you are in high school, you add one more language, which used to be French for all of us. So in total we had 4 hours per week of a foreign language or foreign languages, English and French. But it happens that how can I phrase it or frame it? The quality or the interest from us to learn foreign languages was not there. And it was always the same methodology, always the same approach. And by the end, when you graduated from high school and you were ready to go to college, we didn't much, neither about French nor English, and just a little bit of Spanish. The component was the fact that in those years, at least for me, there was no need for me to learn English or to learn any other language. I saw myself as the one that it was enjoying my country, my culture, my people, my everything, and never envisioned that at some point in time I was about to leave Chile and began a globetrotter for which I had, like it or not, to learn other languages. So I procrastinated 5 more years when I was in college, not learning English, and I got an invitation to go to another country to work in a short short consulting work. When I was realized that I had to learn another language, and in that case, I had to learn English. So I enrolled in the British Council. I completed all 12 years, all 12 levels, and after 2 years or something, I still felt that I didn't have the full command of the language. And at the same time, I got a fellowship to go to the Netherlands to pursue a second master, and I decided to have a layover in London, where I spent a few more months, in this case, learning English the hard way. In order to prepared to succeed in my program in the Netherlands. So, after all this time in mingling, interacting, reading, writing, speaking another language, it became clear to me that it was a very, very important, and it was actually the one that enabled me to succeed professionally and personally. And this is the way I would like you to see the learning of another language. However, in today's world, having a second language is not enough. You may know that there are more than 7,000 languages spoken in the world. So at least having at least one more, in addition to your own home or language that you bring from your own countries, plus English, for which I commend you right now, consider the fact that you need to add a third, if not more languages along the way. That's how we can be able to succeed in today's world. Today's world calls for individuals who are globally capable, individuals who are able to understand, communicate, interrelate, and being able to assertively negotiate and work in other countries. The chances, the likelihood for you to stay and remain and going back to your countries are perhaps quite slim. In fact, that has happened to me. I never went back to Chile since I left it in '82 for me to stay and work and live over there. And I've been, as I said before, I've been hopping from countries to countries for different reasons. Now I have decided that this is the country where I want to be, where I want to end my professional career. But, and all that is because I decided to leave the comfort of my own homeland and decided to explore and had this passion for getting to know people from other parts of the world. This is an imperative for you. One more time, if you are about to succeed, you have to break those barriers. You have to go there and meet people from Argentina to Zimbabwe. Then you will have that inner strength that you will be able to you will be able comfortably to interact with people. It doesn't matter if Hamza was saying to you, he may go back to Medina after finishing his degree here at the University of Houston, but he will interact no matter what with people, with foreigners, whether they are in Daman or Mecca or in Riyadh. Okay? So, one more time, I commend you for what you have, for your decision for studying English. This is something you will still learn, we will still have along the way. We have to improve in our accent and in our the way we communicate and trying to be as native as possible. But I wish you success. And for the ones who are in lower levels, I look forward to seeing you in late November or December. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Ortiz. You honor us with your presence here today. We congratulate all of our students today. Students in levels 1 through 5 will receive class certificates after the ceremony from their core teachers upstairs in the reception area. At this time, the LCC is pleased to award graduation certificates to the students in Level 6. I will first call the name of the section and the class as your name is called, and we have rehearsed this. Please come forward to receive your certificate from your teacher. Remember, the University of Houston accepts successful completion of Level 6 as proof of English proficiency for admission to all undergraduate programs and to a growing number of graduate programs. The core teachers of Level 6 will give the certificates to their graduating students. Corey Stewart, Sarah Magellan, Holly Sen, and Yuhu Uslu-Ok. In Level 6A, Corey Stewart. From Saudi Arabia, Walid Saad Al-Ramad. From Saudi Arabia, Mohammed Omar Al-Sahabi. From Vietnam, An Bao Hao. From Libya, Muayyad Mohammed Al-Falah. From China, Ye Hu. From China, Yu Dan Hu. From Vietnam, Loc Vo Tan Ly. From Côte d'Ivoire, Charlotte Natasha. From Congo, Kinshasa, Benita Kawahale Mwale. From Mexico, Genoveva del Carmen Pastrana Perez. From China, Zhengjin Tan. Vietnam, Van Thi Van Vo. For Level 6B, the core teacher is Sarah Magellan. From Saudi Arabia, Ekram Tawfiq Al Ibrahim. From Saudi Arabia, Hala Zaki Al Matrouk. From Côte d'Ivoire, Ajahua Vivian Rose Amran. From Saudi Arabia, Abdulaziz Khalid Bakali. From Saudi Arabia, Ali Mufid Bokhan. From Vietnam, Chao Nguyen Bui. From Vietnam, Vu Ho. From Angola, Mario Cesar. USA resident from Taiwan, Chia Hui Pai. From Venezuela, Julio Cesar Jr. From China, Lei Yang. From China, Jiaxi Zhao. The core teacher for level 6C is Holly Sin. From Kuwait, Abdul Mohsen Elijah. From Saudi Arabia, Hussein Saeed Alamin. From Saudi Arabia, Musa Al-Ramadan. From Congo, Brazzaville, Jean-Ramon Dirat Banga. From Vietnam, Ngak Nguyen Tuyet Kuyen. From Taiwan, Yuan Cheng Lin. From Vietnam, Ni Ngak Q Wen. From Brazil, Ana Cecilia Sabatalari. In level 6D, the core teacher is Diogo Usto. From Iraq, Shaima Mohammed Aziz. From China, Jiali He. From Vietnam, Duong Thanh Nguyen. From Vietnam, Hiep Phi Ngap Nguyen. From Vietnam, Thao Phi Tan Nguyen. From Vietnam, Can Phi Bao Pham. From Angola, Giselle Soraya Mateus Rodriguez. From Venezuela, Miguel Levi Rodriguez. from Saudi Arabia, Hamza Ahmed. We rehearsed very carefully going back here so nobody gets lost, and they all returned. They did so well. Okay. You may be seated. Congratulations to all of our Level 6 graduates. We wish you much happiness and great success as you go forth from this place today to begin your new journey. But do remember, we never let you go. The LCC awards 3 full scholarships each term. The scholarships cover the full cost of tuition, fees, and medical insurance for 1 term of study in the intensive English program, and will be awarded to continuing students who have demonstrated outstanding academic achievement, leadership, and cross-cultural understanding. At this time, I would like to recognize the students who have studied this summer as recipients of LCC scholarships that they received at the end of the spring term. When I call your name, just stand where you are. From Taiwan, Yuan Cheng Lin. From Cameroon, Estelle Manuela Wumi Chakchet. And from Colombia, Angela Patricia Cancino Barreto. Thank you. Many excellent students applied this summer for the fall 2015 scholarships. After careful consideration of all the applications and teachers' recommendations, the difficult choices were made. We will now award the Joyce Merrill Valdez Scholarship. The scholarship honors the founder and first director of the Language and Culture Center. Dr. Valdez committed her professional career to cross-cultural understanding and international educational exchange, and will be remembered for leading the LCC through its first decade of outstanding service to international students. I am pleased to announce the winner of the Joyce Valdez Scholarship. In Level 4F, from Panama, Suyi Yao Chen. The Joseph Davidson Scholarship honors the legendary director of the LCC, who served as director for 23 years and led the LCC through its second and third decades. Dr. Davidson will always be remembered for his inspiring leadership, his very high standards, and his excellence in service to international students. I am pleased to announce the winner of the Joseph Davidson Scholarship for Fall 2015. In Level 4B, from Venezuela, Daniel Eduardo. The Brad Powell Scholarship celebrates the life and honors the memory of our beloved counselor and friend, Brad Powell, whom we lost exactly 1 year ago. Brad was the program director of counseling and student services. He loved the field of international education. He loved his work. And as we give this scholarship named for him, his inspiring life is remembered and his shining legacy continues. He will never be forgotten. I am pleased to announce the winner of the Brad Powell Scholarship for Fall 2015 in Level 2A from Burkina Faso, Isa Karambiri. As we come to the end of our ceremony this afternoon, I wish to acknowledge our outstanding teachers and administrators, teachers, program managers, support staff, and program assistants of the Language and Culture Center. Would you please stand? Thank you for celebrating with us today. To all of our students, we again thank you for a wonderful summer of study and work. I do need to remind our teachers that they do need to return to work tomorrow. Sorry. But that for our students, at the end of this ceremony, the summer 2015 term in the intensive English program of the Language and Culture Center is officially closed. We want the Level 6 teachers and the Level 6 students to remain and come to the front for group pictures. We invite you to join us upstairs for the graduation reception. LCC teachers will be upstairs and will give certificates to those students in levels 1 through 5. We ask that students and guests remain seated while LCC teachers leave first. Our wonderful student pianist, Sherry Ji from China, will come and play as the teachers leave first. So we're going to ask some of our ushers to come forward, and they're going to keep you from leaving until all the teachers get out of the room. We will now begin our processional, and the celebration can begin. Thank you.